can't be free. Everybody wanna judge, say I'm a thug, I'm a player, I'm a simple, why I can't be me? When I walk up in the store, all the Karens get to staring at me. Put my heart in my music, it's still on my sleeve. Everybody been portrayed.
So fam, what's the word? It's your boy Spiritual Trey, and that is now episode 48 of the Soulful Thoughts blog. And today we're gonna be talking about dreams. Why do we have them? Why sometimes we don't have them? And just the science of dreams in general. Now, let's dive right into it. Now, if you guys been watching my channel long enough, you guys know that the main base, the main source of all my videos is trying to tap you guys into the perspective of knowing that the mind is what's responsible for our reality, right? The external world is a reflection of what's going on in our internal world, right? Well, when we dream, we are actually going within our internal world. We're going into the yang realm when we dream. The yang realm is where the mind and the spirit actually exist, right? Okay, so the same way we all know that the external world is a reflection of what's going on in our internal world, the internal world also, our spirit also likes to use the internal world to reflect to us what's going on in our external world. So dreams are messages coming directly from your spirit. And the way these messages will come is totally dependent on the vibrations you are going through throughout the day when you are reacting to the external world. For example, if you're the type of person that your whole vibration, your whole frequency is reactionary, basically meaning that you let the external world control your emotions, control your moods, control the way you feel about life, you technically aren't in control of your life, are you? Of course you're not, because everything about you is dependent on what's going on around you. You don't have enough individuality to not let the external world control your moods, right? If you that type of person, you more than likely gonna have dreams where you're in a world where you have very little control over what's going on. These are the type of dreams where you might be in a fight, but you can't swing. Or, you know them fights where you're trying to swing, you swinging real slow, just seem like you can't actually hit the person. Or them dreams where it seems like everything is just out of control. It's just like nothing in the dream is making sense at all. Like you might see an alligator talking to a cow or some shit in your dream. Just nothing in it making sense. That's clear indicator that on a subconscious level, you have no control over what's going on in your life. You probably super dependent on others or something like that. Or it might just be a fact where, like I say, you haven't developed enough independency to not depend on the external world to control your mood. And it might get to a case to where if you letting the external world control you too negatively, you will start to have nightmares. You feel me? You'll have nightmares depending on what exactly you are stressing about. That's going to determine the exact type of dream you might have. But to sum it all up, if you are in negative vibrations throughout the day, more than likely you're going to be in negative vibrations when you go into the yang realm, which is going to form a nightmare. Or it can be a case of, and I'm just going to give a couple more examples because obviously I can't break down every single dream case scenario, but it can be a case of where, you might be an insecure person for whatever reason. Maybe you grew up in the hood or something, and backdoor activity got you hard to trust other people. Or it can be past relationships to where you were done wrong or you witnessed other people do wrong. And let's say you're in a relationship right now and your partner does something that raises suspicion within you, or you just naturally have the suspicion yourself that they may be cheating. More than likely, you're going to end up having dreams or nightmares where your partner is actually cheating on you, right? And you might wake up and think that's your spirit actually confirming your suspicions. Females do this a lot, and y'all be tweaking half the time. I mean, look, sometimes you could be right. It depends. But at the end of the day, don't look at your dreams as them type of messages to where, okay, I dreamed of my partner cheating. This got to be the case. Sorry, y'all, I got a call, but like I say, you have to be able to do the shadow work and go into your internal world and view what type of vibrations you have been going through to manifest that type of dream. Because 9 times out of 10, you're having that type of dream because of the fact that you've been suspicious of your partner. It's not spirit necessarily confirming that you're right. It's confirming that you're having those feelings. Now, you might still be right, but what I'm saying is, don't just take that dream and run with it, ladies. You feel me? Actually do more, logical research into the situation before you just accuse somebody of something. Now, that's another example. If you're insecure, you might have dreams where somebody is betraying you in some type of way. Or it can be, it don't got to be nothing negative. It can be somewhere, let's say you got a goal you going after and you getting somewhere with that goal, where you at least feel like you getting somewhere. You probably gaining traction towards fulfilling that goal, right? You might have a dream where you actually flying. You feel me? Because 9 times out of 10, that's what that's about. When you having a flying dream, shout out Dolo the pilot, man. When you having a flying dream, that is actually symbolic of, in the external world, you're moving forward with whatever goals that you are setting for yourself. You feel me? So no matter what it is, if you guys do enough shadow work, you're going to realize that the vibrations you go throughout the day, they make up your frequency. And when you go to sleep with a certain frequency, that frequency is going to be the environment that sets up whatever dream you have. You feel me? And within that dream, you're going to experience the vibrations that you've been experiencing in the external world the most. The people in your mind are kind of like characters that your mind makes up from the people that you are actually familiar with. So you might actually see a relative in a dream, a friend in a dream, someone in a movie in a dream. That's not actually their spirit experiencing the dream with you. That's your mind using their face as a character in whatever movie that your mind is trying to play for you, if y'all get what I'm saying. So let's say, I want to throw this example out there too. Let's say you've been in your heart chakra throughout the day, right? Because maybe you lost a family member recently and you just been thinking and feeling about them throughout a good majority of the day. When you go to sleep that night, you may have a dream with that relative in that dream. Am I saying that it's impossible for you to have a dream with a relative and their spirit actually be within that dream? Yes, I am saying that. If you had a dream about a relative, that was not you actually talking to their spirit. But what it can be is, because look, as spirits, we connect with vibrations, right? With thoughts and feelings. When someone dies, especially if they don't shed the mind that they were in during this lifetime, they're still familiar with everyone that they had a relationship or connection with in this lifetime. And they can still feel all energy being sent their way, right? So if your relative died and you are sending certain energy their way of missing them and wishing they were here, they might feel that energy and want to send you some energy of it's going to be all right type of energy back to you. They might send some energy to you trying to get you to feel like they're in a better place. Anytime you're thinking about a dead relative and you start having thoughts like, well, at least they're in a better place, or at least they don't got to stress about what they were stressing about when they were here. When you start having those thoughts, that could be their spirit sending positive energy your way to try to heal your pain, right? Now, let's say you have a day like that where, like I say, you grieving the loss of somebody and you start having those comforting thoughts, right? Of well, at least they in a better place and all that. Later that night, you might end up having a dream where you actually have a dream with them in that, coming into your space and telling you, baby, I'm all right. You feel me? Grandma gonna be all right. I'm in a much better place. You might have a dream with that relative actually telling you that as a manifestation of, in an external realm, that's the vibration that you actually needed. So your spirit actually gave you that vibration when you went to sleep. Now, let's talk about why don't we have dreams sometimes? Why do we go to sleep sometimes and we don't have dreams? Well, let's think about it. I just said when we dream, we are going into our internal realm, right? We going into the yang realm. How does the yang realm look? The yang realm looks like a combination of all of our chakras coming together, because that's what the yang realm is. It's the mental realm. The mental realm is literally all the spirit chakras coming together to form one big ass realm. Remember, I'm gonna say this one more time and break it down a little better. Chakras are like small worlds. The mental realm is a realm of all of our small little mini worlds that we call chakras coming together to create that realm. Now, if you guys don't know, the chakras are the original color spectrum. Chakras are responsible for the color spectrum. What happens when we bring all colors together? We get darkness, right? Right. So the Yanggram is darkness. That's how the Yanggram looks. It looks like darkness. Now, why do when we go to sleep, sometimes we don't have dreams? Well, we all know that our minds have to be rejuvenated sometimes, right? We can tire out our minds the same way we can tire out our bodies. If you work all day, I'm pretty sure you're gonna tire out your body and want rest, right? Well, when you put your chakras to work all day and you're thinking and feeling a whole lot throughout the day, you can potentially drain out your chakras, especially, you know, the third eye chakra, because the third eye chakra is responsible for us being able to imagine and create visions. If you drain out your third eye chakra throughout the day by thinking and feeling and conjuring up visions too much throughout the day, you will tire out your minds. And you don't have to actually do any physical work to be tired, right? You can go through a whole day. You didn't even have work today. You stayed in the house and chilled. But for some reason, 9, 10 o'clock come, you tired than a motherfucker. And you ain't do shit the whole day. But you ain't do shit but think and feel, right? Okay, so that's clear evidence that thinking and feeling is us extending energy within itself. And sometimes we can think and feel ourselves to sleep. When you overuse your chakras, because look, what's going on when you go to sleep is your body might be tired, but your other chakras, like it might be certain chakras that you wore out throughout the day, but then it'll be other chakras that's a lot more lively. Like if you were at work the whole day, 9 times out of 10, you weren't thinking about no creative shit because you at work thinking about what you got to do with your work. You're thinking more logically and everything. So you're not really conjuring up no creative visions from your sacral chakra, or conjuring up, you're not really having too many visions with your third eye chakra either. You're really just working your physical body, right? So when you go to sleep that night, those chakras are going to still be wide awake. You might have you will have dreams that day because you didn't tire out your chakras. But if it's a night to where you did exhaust your chakras, like I say, you were thinking and feeling so much throughout the day, when you go to sleep, your spirit is going to let all of its chakras rest and literally eject itself from not only your body, but from all of your chakras as well. And at that point, you're not projecting any images into the Yanggram. Because what did I say? If you guys haven't seen my astral projection and astral travel video, I suggest y'all go watch that. Because what did I explain astral projection was? What is a projection? A projection is when you project out a vision into midair, right? That's a projection, right? When you push out an image to it don't got to be midair. It can be on a screen or whatever. When you push out an image, that's a projection, right? What are we doing when we are imagining? We're pushing out an image, right? When you dream, when you form a vision, you are pushing out an image into the Yanggram. So that's astral projection. And when you start to actually do things within that image, do things within that vision, like, for example, if I project the vision of a beach, I go to sleep and I'm at a beach. Just that beach itself is the astral projection. I projected that image. If I actually start doing stuff on that beach, like if I actually lay in the sand and, start looking at the sky or actually get in the water, that's me astral traveling, because I'm traveling within that vision and experiencing the vision, right? So when you dream, we are astral projecting and astral traveling and everything. When you're not dreaming, you're not astral projecting any images, right? So you're just going to see darkness. You're just going to see the darkness of the Yanggram. You feel me? I hope this all making sense, family. I'm pretty sure y'all get the gist of it. This your boy Spiritual Trey signing out. This was the Science of Dreams Explained. Remember, you are not your mind. You are the spirit that's forming and creating your mind. Yeah, we all know that the Yanggram is responsible for the Yin realm. We just have to remember that the yin realm is also a reflection of what's going on in our external realm. And we get to see that reflection whenever we leave this external realm, aka go have a dream. So yeah, your dreams are messages, but they're not messages for what anybody else is doing. They're messages for what's going on in your internal realm. Observe, control, and create your internal realm, and stop letting the external realm form it for you. It's your boy Spiritual Trey signing out. Love you, family.
On the beat, start preaching. Feel no evil, see no evil, but peep it. I don't aim for the stars, I want leeches. And the snake spawn, I'ma kill the whole species. Rest in peace to all the peaceful preaching. The youngest wildin', but they say they evil, that's kinda reaching. Who really controlling the way you thinking? Find the truth.